like Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Mack, throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The Packers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now for what I'm seeing. This is a defense that essentially announces to everyone that they're going to play, you are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to go about doing it.
Number 1 rush defense in the league for a reason. And after that last play, they might want to try to go to the air. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Watson now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, and a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And he'll decide to keep this once more. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down. On 1st down, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw on 2nd down. Mack. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Let's go. 19, 3.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Mack. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now a first down throw. Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reese. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
To try again after the sack. Watson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. 4th down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. In motion comes the tight end left. On 1st and 10, Mack. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hey, smash Bronco!
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
60 Bison, pat the street, pat the street. We're Ryan, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Up the middle they go. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Here's a quick throw right side. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Pulls it in at the 13. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, let's see. The Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Now Watson. This is Reese on the ground. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
From the 50, it's Watson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
And Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They go play action here on first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson.
Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on first down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards on a first down. They'll run the option left.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one, 11 yards in the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down now, Orr. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
On 1st down, Orr. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Mack.
Quick slant here to Smith.
Touchdown!
Devontae Smith
from 6 yards away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Here's Watson. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson looks to throw again.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception. They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
On second down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Mack out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Watson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st down, Mack. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
18 targets.
On 2nd down now. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Hurt. 19 tight. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Mack. And he fires one, but incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Again, it's Watson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Watson now to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down.
And now Watson throws another interception.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mack. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Reese. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson over the middle, complete. That's Reese. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Watson, a quick hitter, complete. It's Reese.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now down to 20. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Orr. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Off the play fake, Mack. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's all over. A Green Bay.
I could beat them again. They thought I was done. I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a kid, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.